All the dignitaries are most welcome in the Pravara campus. A very good and fresh morning to everyone assembled here. With the warm greetings, I extend my warmest welcome to each and everyone invited here. On a very auspicious moment, in a spectacular morning, on behalf of Pravara Rural Education Society, it is said that world is full of diamonds and gems, and we are having some of them here today. So it is our pleasure to welcome our chief guest, Honorable Manishkumar, Chief Executive Officer, NABET, Quality Council of India. Our guest of honor, Honorable Madhu Ahaluwalia, Senior Advisor, NABET, New Delhi. Our guest of honor, Honorable Geetika Sharma, Accreditation Officer, NABET, New Delhi, as well as our inspiration, the President of Function, Honorable Dr. Sujay Dada Vikhe Patil, Chairman, Dr. Vikhe Patil, Sahakari Sugar Factory Limited, Pravara. All the honorable directors and officers of Pravara Rural Education Society, honorable principals and ACs of all the school, parents, teaching and non-teaching faculties of all the schools. I welcome you all for giving a reason to so many faces to smile. It means a lot. The moment is special for us and we all are gathered here for the day to make it more important. In Sanskrit, it is said that Sharirasya gunanam cha duramatyantamantaram. Shariram kshanabidvamsi kalpantasthayino gunaha. According to this Sanskrit shloka, beauty of the body is fleeting, but the beauty of virtues lasts forever. Late Padma Shri Dr. Vikhe Patil, who had worked hard for the society and realized the dream of socio-economic development of rural life through the education industry cycle. As a reformer, he laid the foundation of rural education by the establishment of Pravara Rural Education Society. In order to improve rural livelihood, he insisted that it is necessary for the local youth to adopt technical and vocational education. With the help of proper planning in all the aspects of education, like primary education, women's education, vocational education, higher education, and etc., he had made available the knowledge to the rural people without considering their caste, creed, and religion. It is said that vision is merely a dream without work, and the task without vision is just a tiring journey. But Padma Shri's son, late Padma Bhushan Dr. Balasaheb Vikhe Patil, former Cabinet Minister for Heavy Industries, Government of India, presented a unique example of development in front of the world by combining these two things together aptly. He spent whole life in the service of farmers and rural community. He proved himself to be a great seer by achieving the important achievements like improvement of rural agricultural industry, water conservation and health as well as other many fields. किसको बेसबब कहीं शोहरतें हासिल भी है ऐसा नाम उनके है दुनिया में जिनके काम भी अच्छे हैं. Let us commemorate these two great idols, the founder and the developer of Pravara campus, who thought their ideas for the next 2 decades ahead of their time. I humbly request all the dignitaries on the dais to garland the portraits of Padma Shri and Padma Bhushan. दीप तुम जलते रहना यूं ही निरंतर. दीप तुम जलते रहना यूं ही निरंतर. नन्हे से दीपक ने सजाई बाती, रोशनी चारों तरफ निखरी है ज्योति. नन्हे से दीपक में सजाई बाती, रोशनी चारों तरफ निखरी है ज्योति। हर पल तप तप कर तुम होना प्रखर, हर पल तप तप कर तुम होना प्रखर, दीप तुम जलते रहना यूं ही निरंतर, यूं ही निरंतर। अंधेरी गलियों में जो हम भटक जाए, उजियारे से मन की प्रज्वलित हो आशाएं। अंधेरी गलियों में जो हम भटक जाए, उजियारे से मन की प्रज्वलित हो आशाएं। मुश्किलें आए तो निभाना शामों सहर, मुश्किलें आए तो निभाना शामों सहर, दीप तुम जलते रहना यूं ही निरंतर, दीप तुम जलते रहना यूं ही निरंतर, यूं ही निरंतर। तूफानों के काफिले आएंगे, गुजर जाएंगे, तूफानों के काफिले आएंगे, गुजर जाएंगे, कोशिश होगी बुझ जाओ तुम, चुभेंगी हवाएं, कोशिश होगी बुझ जाओ तुम, चुभेंगी हवाएं। विश्वास के बल पर तय हो जीवन का सफर, विश्वास के बल पर तय हो जीवन का सफर, दीप तुम जलते रहना यूं ही निरंतर, दीप तुम जलते रहना यूं ही निरंतर। अपनी लौ को सदैव मध्यम ही जलने दो, अपनी लौ को सदैव मध्यम ही जलने दो, प्रकाश पर खुद के कभी घमंड न होने दो, प्रकाश पर खुद के कभी घमंड न होने दो। प्रेरणा बनो सबकी, दिखाना राहें नजर, प्रेरणा बनो सबकी, दिखाना राहें नजर, दीप तुम जलते रहना यूं ही निरंतर, प्रेरणा बनो सबकी, दिखाना राहें नजर, दीप तुम जलते रहना यूं ही निरंतर, दीप तुम जलते रहना यूं ही निरंतर, यूं ही निरंतर, यूं ही निरंतर।
Thank you to all dignitaries. If your actions inspire others to dream more, learn more, do more, and become more, you are leader. May I request Honorable Bharat Kumar, Commandant Padma Shri Dr. Vithalrao Vikhe Patil Sainik School and Director Pravara Public School and Pravara Central Public School to give a warm welcome and to introduce our today's guest.
Good morning to all. It's indeed a day of great pride for Pravara Rural Education Society and the 6 schools which are receiving accreditation from NABET, that is National Accreditation Board for Education and Training, as they have realized the dream of their founding fathers, Padam Shri Dr. Vittal Rao Vikhe Patil and Padam Bhushan Dr. Bala Sahib Vikhe Patil, of giving quality education to rural masses. Going forward with this dream, our present chairman, Honorable Namdar Sri Radhakrishnan Vikhe Patil, has made it his mission to infuse technology in all the educational institutes and take them to higher standards of quality, both in education as well as administration. Simultaneous accreditation of 6 schools also adds another feather in the cap of Pravara Rural Education Society, which has many firsts and bests to its credit. The function is being organized to give due recognition to the highest standards in quality education and administration achieved by the 6 schools, which is a rare feat in itself. On this special occasion, it is my proud privilege to welcome our honored chief guest, Honorable Manishkumar Jindal ji, CEO NABET, and our guest of honor, Ms. Madhu Ahaluwalia, Senior Advisor NABET, and Honorable Ms. Geetika Sharma, Accreditation Officer NABET, on behalf of our Chairman and Pravara Rural Education Society. I would like to give a brief introduction of our honored guests. Mr. Manishkumar Jindal is an engineer by profession, and he is also a law graduate from prestigious Delhi University. He has an illustrious career which began in 1990 at Directorate of Technical Education, Haryana, as a lecturer. He rose to the position of registrar in National Institute of Technology, Hamirpur, Malviya National Institute of Technology, Jaipur, and Punjab Engineering College, that is deemed University, Chandigarh. While working with various prestigious organizations, he has made tremendous contribution. He is currently CEO of National Accreditation Board for Education and Training, one of the statutory boards of Quality Council of India, mandated for accreditation of education and training institutions, also personal certification. His current assignment is very demanding as it involves laying down and assessing the standards for education and training. As we are all aware that education is the foundation on which future of our next generation and our country is going to rest. Such an assignment is coupled with great responsibility, which only a person of his caliber and commitment can handle. Ms. Madhu Ahaluwalia is an engineer, a management expert, and an experienced trainer. She has been working in the capacity of Senior Advisor at Quality Council of India since 2015. Her extensive knowledge and expertise in education sector has been acquired through 24 years of experience of working in this field. She has served as project director for various projects under Ministry of Human Resources Development, including monitoring and assessment of New Delhi Municipal Council schools. As head of the schools at QCI, she has spearheaded projects such as accreditation of schools under National Accreditation Board for Education and Training, estimation of demand and supply gap of teachers in India under Ministry of HRD, and study to check compliance of certain clauses under Right to Education Act 2009. This was done for the National Commission for Protection of Child Rights. As her interest lies in education and research, she has also been director in charge for DL Shah Quality Research Center. Now, a few words about Ms. Geetika Sharma. She is a commerce graduate from Delhi University and MBA in Finance and Marketing. She has been a research associate at DL Shah Quality Research Center and is working as accreditation officer NABET at present. While undergoing the process of NABET accreditation, she has been our window to NABET. I also take opportunity to welcome the President of the function, Honorable Dr. Sujay Dada Vikhe Patil, Chairman, Padam Shri Dr. Vikhe Rao Vikhe Patil Cooperative Sugar Factory, Pravara. Dr. Sujay Dada Vikhe Patil has actively taken interest in all the education institutions, be it the infrastructure or the quality, and he has been constantly guiding all the institutions on the path of progress. He is a medical doctor by profession, a super excellent neurologist, and I have personally heard stories where he has brought back people from deathbed. So such are his capabilities, and his association with Pravara Rural Education Society and his guidance will long way in taking the standards further on the path of excellence. I also welcome Honorable Director General Dr. Nimase Sir, Honorable CEO Dr. Ashok Kohli Sir, Honorable Joint Secretary Sri Bharat Gaware Sir, Honorable Director Education Dr. Hari Bau Ayer Sir, honorable members of the school committees, and principals, staff, dear students, and their parents who have joined the function during holidays to celebrate the success of their schools. Since there is always a scope for further improvement, I also extend my best wishes to all the schools for continuously progressing on path of excellence in quality education as well as sound administration, keeping in line with the mission of our honorable chairman. Jai Hind.
Thanks a lot, sir. And I welcome Honorable Shri Abasaheb Kharde Patil, the Vice Chairman, Pravara Rural Education Society, on behalf of all the dignitaries and audience. Thanks a lot, sir, once again. For me, it's important that as you are introducing or explaining yourself, you show your different dimensions. And all these NABET accredited schools have introduced and explained themselves wholeheartedly and have achieved the accreditation. किसी ने कहा है सृजन में चोट खाता है छन्नी और हथौड़े का, सृजन में चोट खाता है छन्नी और हथौड़े का, वही पाषाण मंदिर में कहीं भगवान होता है, वही पाषाण मंदिर में कहीं भगवान होता है. I request Mr. Girish Sonar, accreditation coordinator of Pravara Kanya Vidya Mandir, to comment on the experiences they have received during this journey on behalf of all the 6 NABET accredited schools.
Good morning, respected Chief Guest, CEO of NABET, Honorable Manishkumar ji, President of the function, Honorable Dr. Sujay Dada Vikhe Patil, Director General of PREC, Honorable Dr. Nimase sir, Senior Advisor of NABET, Honorable Madhu ji, Accreditation Officer, NABET, Honorable Geetika ji, Chief Executive Officer of PREC, Dr. Ashok Kohli ji, all the directors and officials of PREC, principals of all schools, ACs, and my dear friends. On behalf of all the NABET accredited 6 schools, I am here to take you along the highlights of the accreditation. Today is the day we were waiting for. Although the journey of accreditation started last year, this hard-earned moment is not only the outcome of the efforts we have taken for last 1 year, but it is the collective outcome of a Pravara culture. When I speak about the Pravara culture, I remember the quote by Richard Branson of Virgin Group. He said, train people well enough so they can live you. Treat them well enough so they don't want to. Such is the Pravara culture. People get trained here. Pravara treats them in such a way that they never wish to leave. And if at all they need to, they never forget their bonding with Pravara. Who would have thought a shy boy who hails from a small village where the day's newspaper used to reach the next day, who does his schooling in Marathi medium, one day comes to Loni, studies engineering and management here, and even starts his career here itself. He is groomed in the Pravara culture and is developed into a perfect professional. On one fine day, stands straight in front of the Swedish ambassador and explains him the Pravara model of girl education, or greets a vice chancellor from Spain in Spanish language, or addresses this wonderful gathering as a representative of the ACs of 6 schools today. This is Pravara culture. This is the magic of this soil. This is the taste of the water of Pravara river. And let me tell you, this example is just a tip of an iceberg. Pravara has polished so many stones and has transformed them into gems which are shining all over the world today. The journey of NABET all started with an idea of Honorable Sri Radhakrishna ji, who always starts for the Pravara to blossom in every corner of the globe. He has a vision carried forward from the founder father, late Padma Shri, and the great Padma Bhushan, who always said, think globally, act locally. When the management decided to go for the accreditation so that it can ensure that Pravara schools also can compete at the national level. Director of Pulse Group, Dr. Sangeeta Gole, had devised a detailed plan and actual work started in June 2017. Orientation programs, training sessions, brainstorming sessions were arranged throughout the year. The trainings conducted include documentation, self-assessment, action research, thinking classroom tools, student counseling, second line of leadership, core skills, etc. All the six schools were going hand in hand for these trainings and were heading towards the goal. VSCs spent good times together. Mr. Joseph had previous experience with NABET, which he used to share. Mr. Ringe had many new ideas. Mrs. Hemangi always had some queries to ask. Mr. Jate's confidence was marvelous. This changed the complete environment of all schools. Everyone was so enthusiastic, so energetic that if someone asked, "क्या चल रहा है?" people would say, "कुछ नहीं, यहाँ तो बस NABET चल रहा है." Such was the charm among all. Eventually, the assessments took place and finally the schools were accredited by them. Secondly, I wish to express my take on NABET accreditation process. All of us always go through the government assessments. Government assessments are just formal procedures, which I think are least useful for the school's qualitative improvement. But definitely, I can compare ISO certification with NABET accreditation. And that is because we had been certified with the same with the meritorious mentions in the report. In any accreditation or certification process, you have to comply to the standard. In ISO certification process as well, it is seen whether you comply or not. If you don't, you have to improve and comply to the standard in a stipulated time. So this is a game of just yeses and nos. Whenever you have a no, you need to convert it into yes. But that doesn't tell you where you stand. That doesn't tell you where you have to go. I don't want to criticize any system, but my personal opinion is that when you want to march ahead, you need to know where you are. Unfortunately, ISO doesn't tell that. Now, when I talk about NABET accreditation process, let me relate this to an analogy with the example of a mountaineering expedition. When you decide to reach the peak of Mount Everest, you start at a base camp. Stage by stage, camp by camp, you keep climbing. The camps tell you your position. You also have a string or rope in your hands which tell you if you are on the right track or not and keeps guiding you. And finally, you reach the goal, the peak of Mount Everest. Here in NABET accreditation, the 5 maturity levels are the 5 camps: the struggler, the beginner, the organized, the achiever, and finally the benchmark. And the assessment score is a rope or string in your hands to guide you step by step to go from one camp to the other, to tell you whether you are on the right track or not. And this way, you come to know where you stand and how far you have to go to reach your goal. Moreover, for every point of NABET accreditation standard, you have 5 level rubrics to precisely guide you. It makes assessment process very easy. This is how you improve and excel. Thanks to NABET for providing such a wonderful system of assessment. If I don't mention one important instance that happened during the final assessment, it would be an injustice to the assessors. During the closing meeting, as our tradition is, we felicitated both the assessors, Mr. Prakash Bhave and Mrs. Raka Kaur. But before leaving the school, they returned the shawls which were presented to them, saying NABET does not permit to accept anything from the assessors. I was mesmerized by this spirit. This was something new to us. I salute this spirit. We insisted, saying the assessment doesn't have to do anything with this. This gesture is just a symbol of hospitality, a Pravara tradition to honor the guest. But both of them denied politely. During a farewell chat, Mr. Bhave told me, if you have any suggestions about the standard or wish to have any changes in the rubrics, you may communicate to NABET. I don't know whether I am in a position to suggest anything to NABET right now or not, but certainly I would like to make a request to NABET. Such kind of spirit shown by the assessors maintains and enhances the quality of the assessment for sure. Kindly reward and promote such spirit, which ensures the unbiasedness, honesty, and transparency of the assessment. Finally, I am very grateful to the CEO of NABET, Honorable Shri Manishkumar ji and Madhu ji, who spared their time to grace this function. Special thanks to Geetika ji, who had been so supportive, cooperative, and consoling, but still very professional throughout this endeavor. She used to console, but still the next day she wanted some more documents to be submitted. I am very thankful to Dr. Sangeeta ma'am, Renu ma'am, Dr. Sandesh sir of Pearls Group for their guidance. Unfortunately, Dr. Sangeeta ma'am could not attend this function today, but she has sent her message, which I will read and conclude my speech. I would request the guest to go through the infograph which she has sent. Here is wishing all a very happy morning. At the outset, I must congratulate the principals and accreditation coordinators of all 6 schools for being able to embark on a new journey of quality by establishing and setting their schools' educational quality management system. The NABET accreditation certificate is a recognition of this journey. Proud of your work. The management of PREC, guided by visionaries and missionaries from Padma Shri Vikhe Patil's family, have all made this challenging endeavor possible. The entire team of experienced educators of Pearls salute and thank them for giving us an opportunity of supporting them in their mission. Professional enrichment and reflective learning systems is an educational enterprise that comprises of experienced educators who team up together to achieve more. We are more of researchers and field workers and less consultants. We work alongside school teams on a long-term basis with no scope for shortcuts. The image you see is an infograph of all the work in progress. The aim is to transform schools into learning organizations, and in 5 years from now, PRES shall have the capacity to build their own cells of research and development and assessment and audit cell. In 2 months from now, PVP Junior College will be ready for the NABET readiness visit. Alongside, work shall begin with a couple of more additional junior colleges and schools. Our winter season is packed with interesting creative projects, and my team shall be here soon. I sincerely thank the CEO NABET and the senior advisor NABET. I was hoping to meet you and Mrs. Ahaluwalia this time, but due to ill health, could not. Look forward for another opportunity soon. Best wishes to one and all. Thank you, Dr. Sangeeta Gul. Jai Hind.
Thank you, sir. To be inspired is great, but to be an inspiration is an honor. To be inspired is great, but to be an inspiration is an honor. Let's proceed further towards felicitation function. May I request our Honorable Dr. Sujay Dada Vikhe Patil, Chairman Dr. Vithalrao Vikhe Patil Sahakari Sugar Factory Limited, to felicitate our today's chief guest, Honorable Manishkumar, CEO, NABET Quality Council of India, New Delhi. Thank you, sir. May I request Honorable Mrs. Leela Sorode, Campus Director and Principal Pravara Vidya Mandir, to felicitate Honorable Madhu Ahaluwalia, Senior Advisor, NABET, New Delhi. Thank you, madam. May I request Honorable Mrs. Sangeeta Devkar, Principal Pravara Girls English Medium School and Junior College, to felicitate Honorable Geetika Sharma, Accreditation Officer, NABET, New Delhi. Thank you, madam. May I request Honorable Dr. Sarjerao Nimase, Director General, Pravara Rural Education Society, to felicitate Honorable Dr. Sujay Dada Vikhe Patil, Chairman, Dr. Vithalrao Vikhe Patil, Sahakari Sugar Factory Limited. Thank you, sir. May I request Honorable Dr. Ashok Konne, CEO PRES, to felicitate Honorable Abba Saheb Ganpat Kharde, Trustee PRES. Thank you, sir. May I request Honorable Mr. Bharat Gogre, Joint Secretary PRES, to felicitate Honorable Anna Saheb Maske Patil, Trustee PRES. May I request Honorable Dr. Haribahu Ahed, thank you.
Thanks a lot, all the dignitaries on the dais. It is said that the best way to predict your future is to create it, and it is said by Abraham Lincoln. And hence, now the most awaited moment for all of us since June 2017 is Accreditation Award Ceremony. I humbly request all the dignitaries on the dais to distribute the hard-earned NABET accreditation certificates to all the 6 schools of Pravara Rural Education Society. May I call upon the 6 schools and related awardees in the following sequence for Pravara Public School, Colonel Dr. Bharat Kumar, Director PPS, Mr. S.T. Sheke, Principal PPS, and Mr. K.D. Adsul, AC PPS on behalf of Mr. Joseph to receive the accreditation award from the dignitaries on the dais. May I request all the dignitaries on the dais, please distribute the award to Pravara Public School along with their director, principal, and AC. Thank you. Now may I call upon Pravara Girls English Medium School, Mrs. Sangeeta Devkar, Principal PGEMS, Mrs. Rekha Ratnaparthi, and now may I call upon the stage Pravara Girls English Medium School, Mrs. Sangeeta Devkar, Principal PGMS, and Mrs. Rekha Ratnaparthi, Accreditation Coordinator, PGEMS. Thank you. Principal PGMS, Mrs. Sangeeta Devkar, and AC PGMS, Mrs. Rekha Ratnaparthi, for accepting the award from all the dignitaries on the dais. Thanks to all. And now may I call upon from Pravara High School, Kolhar, Mr. K.B. Nirmal, Principal, PA Pravara High School, Kolhar, Mr. and Mr. A.H. Sheikh, Principal during the process of accreditation, as well Mr. S.G. Zate, Accreditation Coordinator, Pravara High School, Kolhar, to receive their award from the dignitaries. Thanks to all. And now may I call upon the stage from Padma Shri Dr. Vithalrao Vikhe Patil Sainik School, Colonel Dr. Bharat Kumar, Commandant Sainik School, Mr. Sudhir More, Principal Sainik School, and Mr. S.M. Ringe, Accreditation Coordinator Sainik School, to receive their award from the dignitaries. Thanks a lot. And now may I call upon the stage from Pravara Central Public School, Colonel Dr. Bharat Kumar, Director PCPS, Mr. Sushil Shinde, Principal PCPS, Mrs. Swati Lokhande, Principal during process of accreditation, and Mrs. Hemangi Kasrekar, AC PCPS. To receive their award from the dignitaries. Thanks to all. And last but not the least, the achiever, Pravara Kanya Vidya Mandir, the only Marathi medium school to achieve this NABET accreditation. From Pravara Kanya Vidya Mandir, I call upon the stage Mrs. Leelavati Sarode, Principal Pravara Kanya Vidya Mandir, and Mr. Girish Sona, Accreditation Coordinator, Pravara Kanya Vidya Mandir, to receive their award from the dignitaries. Thanks to one and all. Thanks to all the dignitaries and congratulations to all the awardees for their achievement. It is always good, I request all the dignitaries to occupy their seats. It is always good to follow the path of multifaceted and all-rounder personalities to be successful in all the walks of life. And hence, I humbly request Honorable Dr. Sarjerao Nimase, Sir, Director General Pravara Rural Education Society, to express his views to all of us.
Recently, 6 schools of Pravara Rural Education Society had gone for accreditation through NABET, and this is a accreditation award function. We just witnessed it. The chairperson of this function, Dr. Sarjerao Vikhe Patil. Then the guest from the NABET, Honorable Manishkumar, who is the CEO of NABET. Then Honorable Madhu Ahaluwalia, she is a senior advisor for NABET. Geetika Sharma, accreditation officer for NABET. Then on the stage we have Sujay Patil, vice president of the society. Then Bharat Gugre Patil, Bharat Kumarji, Maske Patil, our CEO, Dr. Ashok Kole, all the teachers from all the skill schools, all the 6 schools, and some guests who are connected with the prestigious Institute Pravara Rural Society. At the outset, I express my happiness and congratulate all the 6 schools for getting good score in the NABET accreditation. I think they are in the 4th level. Most of the schools are in the 4th level. They have to go to the benchmark level. So all the 6 schools got a very good marks or credits in the recently conducted accreditation by the NABET. So they need the principals of these schools, their teachers, and the management is really, their effort is really appreciated. You see, all of you know that PRES is one of the premier educational institutes in this part of the Maharashtra. We have about 102 institutions, especially for guests, and we are catering education from primary, pre-primary, up to PhD level to more than 40,000 students through these 102 institutions. These institutions is the outcome of the great visionary leadership of Maharashtra coming from this region, late Dr. Vikhe Patil, Padma Shri, then his son, who was 8-time MP, Padma Bhushan Balasaheb Vikhe Patil, now present chairman, Radhakrishna Vikhe Patil, who is a leader of opposition, and 4th generation Dr. Sujay Vikhe Patil, all the efforts and their colleagues, all boards, okay, and all the faculty members of this great society, they are carrying forward the development for last more than say 50 years of this society. And this NABET is one of the benchmark of the school education. We are gone for 6 schools, and in the first stage, very soon we are adding 3 or more schools to this. Actually, I also must thank the Gole madam, who had trained our school principals, monitor their progress from time to time. That's why all these schools got a very good score. Okay, they are in the fourth level of their achievement, and they will go in the last level, that is 5th level, where is next NABET. So Gole madam also, okay, we must thank her for her support and continuously monitoring the progress of this. It so happened that I am from a university structure. As a Vice Chancellor, I had been a chairman for NAC visit for more than 24 colleges and institutions. And when I visited the NABET team visits in Kanya Girls School and Pravara Central Public School, in 2 places I was there as a part of management. And process of NAC in a college and universities almost principally is same as NABET. Okay, because levels are different, details are different, but the basic philosophy of NABET and NAC that is conducted by UGC more or less is same. And I really appreciate the sincerity of the committee at 2 places, and also our staff for supporting and explaining everything with full confidence to the NABET committee. That's why we got a very good results. Regarding the status of our education, we always say that Pravara Rural Society doing its best to cater the quality education. But we must compare in the world vis-a-vis other schools in the country or schools from outside the country. What is the status of education in the world? And where we stand, okay, we have to position ourselves within the country and compare with the international schools also. Okay, within the country, since in front of me there are teachers, so I will spend 2 more minutes. You see, in country India, the primary, secondary education, okay, the whole basket is of very mixed basket. Means there are some schools who are doing very good international level of education, but large number of schools, especially from the government sector, are doing very badly. You must not be knowing there are 22 crore students in primary and secondary education. Okay, any country, whole population of any country from Europe. More than that, there are students in primary and secondary India. 3 crore students in tertiary, that is college and university education. So more than 25,000 crores are in education. Okay, but if you say primary and secondary, there is a very good one NGO. They publish the uh, annual report, ASAR, Annual Status Education Report. Actually, this is an NGO from Bombay, established by one of the NRI, I think Madhu in 90s. And this is one of credible report when most of the central government reports, okay, are taking the reference of ASAR report. If you go through the ASAR report of 2017, that is the 12th report, because you are all teacher, you have the internet, you can see what is the status of education of primary and secondary in the India and vis-a-vis where our society stands. The picture is very gloomy. I am not going to go in detail because I have 2-3 minutes more only. But ASA report of published in January says that primary section, okay, the basic, secondary section beyond basic means age group 8 to 40, 8 to 16, 14 to 16, that is a 8 to 12 standard. About this secondary school report in activity, ability, awareness and aspiration on this 4 count. Whole report is on the internet, big report. I will just give one count on each. As far as activity is concerned, Indian primary and secondary education scenario is very bad. Hardly 5% students are getting some kind of vocational training. As compared to national average, our school is doing very well. Okay, so all the schools of Pravara doing very well. I mentioned in the early, we should not stop here. As compared to best school in India, we are lagging behind. We have to compete with the international schools also from the developed countries. But as far as average is concerned, we are doing very well. In the second, ability, okay, in ability sector, national average is a largest sample survey in India done by the ASAR. Hardly more than 25% students in the age group of 14 to 16, that is 8 to 12 standard, can't read their language book in their own mother tongue. This is the scenario of education in India. If I've seen our schools, they may not be doing very outstanding, but every school is doing a minimum standard. And from that point of view, our society is doing very well. In third aspect, they ask about the awareness. There are 10 to 20 parameters. I will just mention one parameter. In awareness, when the survey done all India basis, around 42% students on India level basis cannot show their state on the national map. These students are of 14 to 16 age group, and this is the situation in India. And you know, there are about 2.2 crore students in the 8th standard, about 12 crore students in this 8 to 12. 42% cannot show their state on the map. And if we see awareness of our students is certainly very good as compared to national scenario, but we should not get satisfied to that much. Okay, we have to go further away. As far as aspirations are concerned, national aspirations are like this. 60% of the students want to go for higher education. That's good sign. Okay, and here also in our society we promote all the students to go for higher education. If they can't afford in other places, where all the faculties, all the professional courses run by the PRES. So all those who aspire for higher education, we can accommodate within lonely and nearby places. So I have just shown you the glimpse, national scenario and where PRES. We are doing well, but we are not still doing well as compared to the best premier primary and secondary schools in India. We have to go a long way. As compared to international standards, I will just make one passing comment. International standards, things are changing so fast that it is said, whatever you used to do in the classroom in earlier days, in last decade, now students are supposed to do at home. Because of thanks to technology, all lectures are on the internet. You know the name Khan Academy is very famous in America. Most of the classes students download at home. And whatever students used to do in decade back at home, that is homework, they are doing in the class. And there is a one-to-oneness between the student and teacher in the class in Western world. That kind of culture also we have to catch up in India, and this kind of functions, okay, will inspire our heads of the institute college, heads of the schools, okay, what are the global changes going on, how to catch up with them. And that is one of the aim of NABET, not only getting accreditation, but what are the national scenario, what is the international scenario. At least our teacher must get sensitized, okay, acquainted with the very fast changes that are taking place in primary and secondary education within the country and across the globe. And these are the occasions you take review, you go to the website, see the ASER report, at least the present report, report number 12, published in January 2018. Last comment that I want to make is that we should not stop here. We have to go further ahead. And as we mentioned in NABET, we must have the thinking classroom in the real sense of the term. We must have a psychological counseling that should happen really for each needy student. Okay, we must develop this second line of leadership. And if all this is done, then only the effort done by the society, the extreme desire shown by our chairman that all school must go for NABET, okay, it will bear the fruits only if I mentioned only 3 objectives. If these 3 objectives are really happening in our schools. So I thank all the NABET personalities for coming here from Delhi, all the way from Delhi to small place like Loni, and felicitating our head of the schools, okay, for their achievement in NABET. Thank you, everybody. Jai Hind, Jai Maharashtra.
Thank you, sir. Learning gives creativity. Creativity leads to thinking. Thinking provides knowledge. Knowledge makes you great. May I request our today's chief guest, Honorable Manishkumar, CEO, NABET Quality Council of India, New Delhi, to address the gathering.
A very warm good morning to all my senior colleagues on the dais, all invitees, staff, students of the dais. Today is a special day. Today is the birth anniversary of Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru, who was the first Prime Minister of India and who was a great visionary. And he was known especially for his love for the children and fondly known as Chacha Nehru. And today is celebrated as Bal Divas amongst all of schools, if I'm not wrong. When we were kids, we used to have this kind of celebration, different competitions, and laddus were distributed. I think they are replaced by toffees and chocolates nowadays. Well, so it's a really a moment of proud. Then on 14th of November, I am sharing this platform with my colleagues from the schools who are the torch bearers to make future generations, future of the India. It's not only a proud moment for these 6 schools who have got accreditation, it is also a proud moment for me and my team because we have added another 6 members to our small family. I really look forward to have entire 102 schools run by Pravara Rural Education Society in our kitty. The journey may take 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, but I would really love all of your schools get NABET accreditation and they set as a benchmark, as an example for the rest of the country that all the institutions run by one particular society are accredited by a national body, which not only would give kind of credibility, leverage, mobility, but also add to the stature that all institutions have uniform processes, uniform structures, uniform way of delivery.
On this occasion, let me salute the legendary Vikhe Patil family who had been working in social reforms, spread of education, medical health and care, and so on. It's really good to see the fourth generation young trained doctor participating in these events, sparing his valuable time for a social cause. Really, it is a moment of immense proud, and we must at least give a cheer to this. I would like to add one thing to the school education system. You all are very senior, learned teachers. Are we giving enough space to our students, to our taught, to our pupils to grow on their own, to have their own creative ideas, have their own innovation, or are we binding them in a straight jacket type curriculum which has been set up by certain few intellectuals like me in the as Maharashtra State Board of School Education or Central Board of Secondary Education and so on. You really need to ponder over this fact that our job is not only to deliver fixed curriculum or the fixed syllabus. Our job is not only to make professionals or learned. Our job is to make good human beings, good citizens, a complete man or a woman who is able to cope up in his or her mature life with ethics, integrity, and morality. If we are able to do that, we are successful. This accreditation, this benchmarking, this recognition, these approvals, they do all carry the meaning. But if we are failing in that duty, then definitely we lack something somewhere, we are missing something somewhere. We need to really introspect, think, and imbibe this culture in our teaching learning process where we transform students enrolled in our institution into a good human being, a good citizen. Whether he succeeds in his career as a professional or not, that is secondary. The primary importance is a good human being. That is my take on the entire education system in framework in which we are working as of now. Let me congratulate all the teachers, schools, staff members, students, and the management who really worked hard for achieving this benchmark of accreditation. I can appreciate, I can understand the kind of effort, the kind of extra work which you people had to undergo, but all your this hard work shall definitely give you very good results in long run. That much I can guarantee, I can promise. I have been given 30 minutes to speak, and 10 minutes we are already, ahead. In the terms I am left with 40 minutes. Neither I am a politician, nor I am a lawyer, not a teacher. So I don't know what to speak for 40 minutes. It's a really difficult task. If you give, with due regards, if you give mic to a teacher, he or she takes more than an hour. You have to say time is over. If you pay the lawyer his fees, he would speak like anything. And the politicians also, if gets a mic or a public audience, he would go on speaking. I am neither of three. So I don't know why I have been given 40 minutes. But I would like to share the outcome of this accreditation process. What is the finding or the brief summary of our evaluation of your 6 schools? The very first school, Padam Shri Dr. Vittal Rao Vikhe Patil Sainik School, Loni. It is rated as one of the best Sainik school in the Maharashtra on social media with full 5-star ratings. It is boys only school, fully residential from class 5th to 12th. It has world-class infrastructure, capable faculty and staff, who is transforming young boys with dreams in their eyes into future leaders of armed forces and other walks of life, coupled with their flair for games, sports, co-curricular and extracurricular activities. The school leadership has clarity over vision. They are dynamic, they are capable, they are strong, they have a well-defined roadmap to take institution for higher levels of excellence. It has already earned its name by sending 40 cadets in armed forces, security forces, merchant navy, along with the 8 students joining civil services of state as well as of India, and large number of doctors, engineers, entrepreneurs, and several others at coveted positions in the society. It has also produced 36 international level and 26 state level players. Next in the line is Pravara Public School, Pravara Nagar, Maharashtra. It is again one of the pioneer residential cum day school co-education from LKG to 12th. It is member of IPSC, a prestigious organization in education. The campus is spread over 32 acres, ultra-modern facilities, very green. It has brought a revolution by providing quality services in rural Maharashtra to the children of farmers, peasants. And it is very clean, healthy, and provides a pollution-free environment. School celebrated its golden jubilee in recent past, and large number of alumni participated in the event. And they are definitely making this institution as one of the proud institutions across the Maharashtra and the India. Third is Pravara Central School, Pravara Nagar. It is new, it has modern infrastructure, curriculum is of CBSE, faculty is capable, the quality of education is high, it is comparable to any best institution located in the urban area. It is in true sense really empowering the rural masses. The mission of the school is to provide a broad-based holistic education to the children with a commitment to excellence in all fields and prepare them to meet the challenges of national and global environment. The leadership of the school has the vision as well as capability to fill the vision, mission, and objectives. School keeps overall development as focal point in their methodology and teaching to complete the learning cycle with a better delivery and satisfaction to the stakeholders. There is a good thought process in the entire spectrum of this institution. Next is Pravara Girls English Medium School and Junior College. Again, it is a residential school, especially for rural girls. It was established around 45 years back. It has made rapid strides and growth since its inception and has been achieving consistently 100% academic results and performance in all other dimensions. Personal attention for the holistic development of students by principal and staff is the hallmark of this school. Value system imbibed among students through various activities helps to create versatile personalities of the students. Next is Pravara High School, Kolahar. It has 100% result in SSC for last continuous 12 years. In the last 5 years, more than 75% students have scored above distinction in the board examinations. It has well experienced and dedicated staff, and several students have been selected at division and state level in sports like throwball, volleyball, etc. The school serves to be a center of education to the students from very poor financial background. And the last is Pravara Kanya Vidya Mandir. As the name is suggesting, it is a residential school exclusively for rural girls, established in 1969. It is one of the biggest residential schools for girls in rural Maharashtra. Again, the students are really performing in all dimensions of academics and allied activities. The enrollment of girl students is 42%, which is higher than the national average. Again, it is a moment of big proud. If we are able to bridge this gender inequality, if we are able to provide education to our girls, we don't only provide education to one girl, we really educate one entire and complete family. And if we are able to educate the entire section of the girls, I can say we are able to educate the entire India. With these words, again, let me convey my sincere thanks to the management of Pravara Education Society to giving me and my team an opportunity to be with you, to share my ideas and views with you. Once again, I congratulate and look forward for future association. 2-3 very small comments on what all my speakers ahead of me shared with you. NABET system is also not foolproof. We do have certain deficiencies and there is always a scope of improvement. And I hope when we make the journey, we do make continuous improvements while making the journey. Similarly, achieving accreditation by 6 schools is not the end of the journey for you people. Again, the improvement and perfection is a continuous evolving process. It's a dynamic process. Dynamic or the change is the only static thing in the nature. And I feel, I hope, I expect that you shall come true to that dynamic, changing, evolving process for betterment, from better to best, and zero error within this best. With these words, I would like to end. Namaskar, Jai Maharashtra, Jai Hind.
Thank you very much, sir, for your kind guidance. It is said by Warren Bennis that leadership is the capacity to translate vision into reality. And the person who makes such a sentence literally true, he who is the inspiration for all of us. It's an honor for us that he is presiding over the function. We all are always eager for the guidance and appreciation by Honorable Dr. Sujay Dada Vikhe Patil sir. So I humbly request the president of today's function to guide the audience by addressing his presidential speech.
Good morning, everyone. On the eve of this occasion of accreditation award function organized by NABET, I would like to invite, first of all, Honorable CEO of NABET, Mr. Manishkumar ji, Senior Advisor NABET, Honorable Madhu ji Ahaluwalia, Accreditation Officer, Honorable Geetika Sharma ji, all the respected members of Pravara Rural Education Society, Nimase sir, Kolle sir, all the respected trustees, all the honorable members on the dais and off the dais, and all the staff who have assembled here for this prestigious award function. I'll first of all thank all the members who have made all the efforts to come to a rural place like Loni for this award function. मैं थोड़ा सा इंग्लिश और हिंदी मिक्स करूंगा तो सबको समझ में आ जाएगा. दोनों इसमें, वैसे मैं मराठी से बोलता हूँ लेकिन हिंदी में बोलने की कोशिश करूंगा क्योंकि मेरी पढ़ाई इंदौर में हुई है. So I can speak good enough Hindi and English obviously because of my education. सबसे पहले तो मनीष कुमार सर को मैं शुक्रिया अदा करना चाहता हूँ. आपने कहा कि पॉलिटिशियंस माइक जल्दी छोड़ते नहीं हैं. अभी मुझे ये समझ नहीं आ रहा है कि मैं ज्यादा देर बात करूं या कम देर बात करूं. ज्यादा देर बात करूंगा तो आपकी कही हुई बात सच होगी और मैं आपको झुठलाना नहीं चाहूंगा. Actually, talking about me, I am a politician by default or by accident. I never wanted to get into this. Fortunately, because of my family, my grandfather, my father, I became a neurosurgeon. I'm probably the first neurosurgeon in this entire Nagar district. But because of certain issues, जैसे वो सुनार का बेटा सुनार है, किराने वाले का बेटा किरान दुकान पे बैठता है, तो वैसे पॉलिटिशियन का बेटा भी पॉलिटिशियन ही बनता है. इस सिलसिले में पॉलिटिशियन बन गया. तो मैं ज्यादा देर लूंगा नहीं. सबसे पहले जो भी लोग इस NABET के पूरे प्रोसीजर में इन्वॉल्व हुए, it was a very new thing for us. Basically, this is a dream of Madhu, my grandfather Balasaheb Vikhe Patil, who started these institutions. लेकिन ये NABET का जो सब चीज जो विजन आया है वो मेरे फादर की वजह से है, मिस्टर राधाकृष्ण विखे पाटिल. आई हैव नो रोल इन दिस, टू बी वेरी फ्रैंक. आज हमारे इसमें क्या है, हमारी फैमिली एक जैसे गाड़ी चलती है तो एक गाड़ी में एक स्टेपनी रहती है, तो मैं वो स्टेपनी हूँ कि मेरे पिताजी को वक्त नहीं मिला तो मुझे जाना पड़ता है, मेरी मॉम को वक्त नहीं मिला तो मुझे जाना पड़ता है. मैं एक स्टेपनी के तौर पे अभी फुल टाइम टायर की तरह चल रहा हूँ कि हर फंक्शन में मुझे जाना पड़ता है, काम करना पड़ता है. तो ये NABET की जो संकल्पना है ये मेरे फादर ने लाई, और मुझे यकीन नहीं था कि ये यहाँ पे हो पाएगा, बिकॉज देयर लॉट ऑफ इश्यूज वर्किंग इन द रूरल एरिया. बट मैं सबसे ज्यादा खुश हूँ, एंड आई एम वेरी प्राउड ऑफ ऑल द स्टाफ ऑफ माय इंस्टीट्यूट who have worked night and day to get this accreditation successful. And I really wish that the way you have worked in the past 1 month or whatever time you have given for it, we have to work that way. And the best thing I could derive out of your speech, sir, is that you said that the job of a school is to make a person a good human being. हम किसी को बड़ा नहीं बना सकते. मेरे को एक चीज आज तक समझ नहीं आई, ये दो चीजें मेरे दिमाग में हरदम चलती रहती है. स्कूल अच्छी कौन सी है, जो 50,000 फी लेती है वो, या जो 5 लाख फी लेती है वो, या जो 10 लाख फी लेती है. I never understood this because there has to be certain what you say line of control kind of thing where you have to fix what is the amount of fees to be charged. पेरेंट्स का एक्सपेक्टेशन बहुत ज्यादा है. दैट इज द वर्स्ट पार्ट ऑफ दिस एजुकेशन सिस्टम. हर पेरेंट को लगता है कि मेरा बच्चा तेंदुलकर बनना चाहिए, धोनी बनना चाहिए, और वो हमारे से जो हम इंटरेक्ट करते हैं व्हेन वी आर रनिंग सो मच इंस्टीट्यूट्स, दे से दैट यहाँ पे पढ़ाई ठीक नहीं होती, यहाँ पे ये ठीक नहीं होता, यहाँ पे वो ठीक नहीं होता. तो मैं उनको यही चीज बोलता हूँ कि देखिए, हम तो 50,000 फी ले रहे हैं, यहाँ पे पुणे और मुंबई या दिल्ली में ऐसे स्कूल है जो 5 लाख फी ले रहे हैं, 10 लाख फी ले रहे हैं, तो भी इंडिया को तो एक भी गोल्ड मेडल नहीं मिल रहा ओलंपिक्स में. हम 50,000 में हमसे गोल्ड मेडल लोगे कि 5 लाख वालों के पीछे भी पढ़ोगे. बेसिकली द प्रॉब्लम इज of the education system in India, what I have observed is from the hierarchy. एजुकेशन मिनिस्टर 12वीं पढ़ा हुआ है और वो देश चला रहा है. अभी इंजीनियरिंग कॉलेज के आप हाल देखेंगे तो पहले इंजीनियरिंग कॉलेज पूरे जिले में एक था, फिर तहसील में एक आया, गली नुक्कड़ पे खुल गए. एंड दैट इज द रीजन दैट इंजीनियर्स आर नॉट गेटिंग जॉब. पीपल आर प्रिफरिंग ITI बिकॉज ITI पर्सन में क्या है, 7,000 में वो नट बोल्ट भी टाइट कर देता है, झाड़ू भी लगा लेता है. इंजीनियर आदमी को काम करने को बोलो, भाई मैं 8,000 से काम नहीं करूंगा. So this is a basic issue which is being faced by the governments and the political people who have taken this education system for a toss. It's a very unfortunate thing. स्कूल्स का वही हाल पकड़ लीजिए सर कि स्कूल्स में प्रॉब्लम ये हो गया है कि हर साल 50 नए स्कूल खुल रहे हैं. CBSE उनको ऐसी एक्रेडिटेशन दे रहे हैं. और जैसे हमने जब शुरू किया, I was studying in PPS, Pravara Public School, for 2 years. I studied here as well, but my family pushed me out of the state so that I develop into a good human being. I don't know whether I have achieved that, but जहां मैं पढ़ रहा था उस टाइम the amount of quality of staff we had to teach us was amazing. People from Kerala, people from North India, from Maharashtra as well, who had certain amount of vision. अभी दिक्कत क्या होगी कि स्कूल जिस तरीके से खुल रहे हैं, जो आदमी अच्छा टीचर बन रहा है वो दूसरे जगह पे जाके प्रिंसिपल बन जाता है. तो अब हालत ये है महाराष्ट्र में कि हर जगह सिर्फ हर बंदा प्रिंसिपल बनना चाहता है, टीचर कोई नहीं बनना चाहता. और इसकी वजह से फिर जो कुछ बचा कुछ है वो टीचर बन गए, और जो टीचर बन गए उनको पहले टीचिंग की जरूरत देनी पड़ती है, वो बच्चों को क्या पढ़ाएंगे. तो इस सिस्टम को कहीं ना कहीं बदलने की जरूरत है. हमारा कॉन्सेप्ट ये है इस रूरल प्लेस में, व्हेन वी स्टार्टेड दिस इंस्टीट्यूट, इज टू एजुकेट पीपल और स्टूडेंट्स हु बिलोंग टू अ पुअर फैमिली, हु कम फ्रॉम अ वेरी नॉर्मल बैकग्राउंड. यहाँ पे कोई बड़े बच्चों के घर के लड़के पढ़ते नहीं है. सो हमको लिमिटेशंस आते हैं इन टर्म्स ऑफ फीस, इन टर्म्स ऑफ गेटिंग गुड स्टाफ. वी आर ट्राइंग टू ट्रेन स्टाफ, वी आर ट्राइंग टू गेट गुड स्टाफ, बट अनफॉर्चुनेटली ये एक सर्कल बन गया है विच इज अ वेरी बैड थिंग. रिटेंशन जो क्वालिटी है वो अब बची नहीं है. हम 2 साल 3 साल एक स्टाफ को नर्चर करते हैं, We make them into a good teaching staff, good pronunciation skill, good teaching skill. जैसे 3 साल हो जाते हैं उसको कहीं और से प्रिंसिपल का ऑफर बन जाता है जो साइड में स्कूल खुल गया. तो ये बड़ी दिक्कत वाली सिचुएशन होगी, and that is why NABET is playing a very good role in terms of accreditation. But you said that it is not about the body who can make things work. It is within the system. The management has to take some action. The staff themselves have to take some action, and that's how all things are going to work in a proper fashion. The worst part, lastly, I want to say is the amount of funds which government give in order to educate people. My mom is Jilla Parishad's chief of this particular district. If you could take out some time and visit the Jilla Parishad schools, you'll not believe the way people and the students study. पटरा नहीं है, दीवार गिर गई है, बेंचेस नहीं है. So if you're not able to give infrastructure, क्योंकि जो major part of the education system या जो नई generation आ रही है, it's going to be by these students जो गरीब घर से हैं. They probably have 60% of the population, और उनको ही आज पढ़ने के लिए जगह है नहीं. आप उसको इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर नहीं दोगे तो ये देश आगे नहीं बढ़ पाएगा. और कोई भी मिनिस्टर मुझे लगता है आज तक इस चीज में वर्क नहीं कर पाया. रोड्स के लिए पैसे हैं, डैम्स के लिए पैसे हैं, टेलीकॉम इंडस्ट्री के लिए पैसे हैं, लेकिन एजुकेशन के लिए किसी के पास पैसा नहीं है. ये इस देश का सबसे बड़ा दुर्भाग्य है, और मुझे लगता है कि आई थिंक दिस शुड बी रिफॉर्म. प्रॉब्ली मैं तो अभी लोकसभा लड़ रहा हूं, अगर एमपी बन गया तो मैं जरूर इस बात को रखूंगा लोकसभा में. एंड आई डेफिनेटली ट्राई टू पुट दीज थिंग्स अप इन द हायरार्की, क्योंकि वी हैव टू ट्रांसफॉर्म दिस थिंग. और ये जैसे ये बदलेगा तो ही एक्रेडिटेशन की एक जो सिस्टम है, एक्रेडिटेशन तो जरूरी है, हम लोग कर रहे हैं. इस एक्रेडिटेशन का फायदा 100% इंस्टीट्यूट को होगा, बट टिल द टाइम वी डेवलप दिस सिस्टम फ्रॉम हायरार्की. प्राइम मिनिस्टर है, मिनिस्टर है, अभी तो एजुकेशन मिनिस्टर हमको कोई पता नहीं. अभी महाराष्ट्र का एजुकेशन मिनिस्टर सबसे डेंजरस है. हम तो परेशान हो गए. रोज एक नया रेजोल्यूशन है गवर्नमेंट का, बोलता है कि स्टाफ को बच्चों के साथ रोज सेल्फी खींच के भेजना है ताकि हमको पता चले वो क्लास में पढ़ाने आया है. अभी ऐसे ऐसे एजुकेशन मिनिस्टर अगर आ गए तो फिर तो कुछ बचा ही नहीं. तो ये बहुत अनफॉर्चुनेट चीज है. मोदी जी की कृपा थी कि कोई भी आदमी जीत के आ गया है. तो ये बहुत बड़ा एक मसला मेरे दिल में रहता है. हालांकि एजुकेशन सोसाइटी एक विजन से चालू हुई थी. मेरे ग्रैंडफादर ने इसको काफी सालों तक अच्छी तरह से चलाया. इट इज ऑल हिज ड्रीम. My contribution is zero. My father's contribution can be 25-30%, you can say. But the whole vision, whole concept, giving time, developing this institute, and probably we are the only family which I'm genuinely proud of. I want to say this. कि हमारी एक ही फैमिली है पूरे महाराष्ट्र में जिन्होंने 50 years के पॉलिटिकल करियर में भी नेवर ओपन्ड इंस्टीट्यूट इन सिटी. हम कभी बंबई गए नहीं, हम कभी पुणे गए नहीं, हम कभी नासिक गए नहीं. Because our intention is not to earn money, but to educate students from poor families, and that's what Pravara Rural Education Society has been doing for the past 50 years, and that's what we are going to do in the next 50 years. That's our vision. But whatever cooperation आपके NABET से हमें मिला, बहुत अच्छी तरीके से आपने स्क्रूटनी की और हमको एक्रेडिटेशन दिया, और आपने यह वक्त निकाल के आप यहाँ पे आए, उसके लिए मैं तहे दिल से आपका शुक्रिया अदा करता हूं. एंड बाकी सगळेच लोक जे या सगळ्या प्रक्रियेत होते, आता नेमकी मराठी मीडियमच्या हॉलमध्ये आपण ठेवलंय आणि कोणी इंग्लिशमध्ये बोलल्यावर उपयोग होणार नाही, म्हणून मराठीत बोलणं गरजेचं आहे. कारण की मलाही कधी कधी कळालं की आता नेमकी सगळं मराठी में बोलणं 2 मिनिट से, तो मला नेमकी ते कागद मिळालं तर आपण वाचतो, कार्यक्रमाचे अध्यक्ष सगळ्यांचे नावं घ्यायचे, ते सगळं जमलं नाही कारण ते इंग्रजीमध्ये शक्य नाही. तर आपण सगळ्यांनी फार चांगलं काम केलंय. आज नामदार साहेब संस्था पाहतात. मी माझा हस्तक्षेप कमी ठेवतो, नाही तर मला साहेब म्हणतील मी एकच संस्था पाहिली, ती पण तू पाहायला लागलं मी काय करायचं. म्हणून मग त्यांना पूर्ण वेळ मी दिला की त्यांनी एज्युकेशन सोसायटी पाहावी, तुमच्या सगळ्यांकडे लक्ष द्यावं. माझ्याकडे भरपूर पाहायला आहे, 3 कारखाने आहेत, लोकसभा आहे, विधानसभेचं काम पाहतो, फाउंडेशन आहे, तरी थोडं थोडं मी मध्ये वेळ देत जाईल. एक सारख्या एका दिनाने काम केल्यामुळे आज आपल्याला हा दिवस पाहायला मिळाला. यापुढं चांगल्या पद्धतीने काम करा. जोपर्यंत मला वेळ नाही तोपर्यंत मजा करून घ्या. जर मी वेळ द्यायला लागला तर परत अडचण निर्माण होईल. त्यामुळे प्रार्थना करा की मी लोकसभेला निवडून आलं पाहिजे. नाही तर मी जर मोकळं राहिलो तर मग तुम्हाला ती अडचण व्हायला नको. पुनश्च एकदा सगळे प्राचार्य आणि प्राध्यापकांनी अतिशय मेहनतीने ऍक्रेडिटेशन केलं त्याबद्दल सगळ्यांच्या मनापासून आभार. Lastly, we would like to thank again the entire team who has been helpful for getting this NABET accreditation going. And lastly, my final regards to Mr. Manishkumar ji, Honorable Madhu ji Ahaluwalia, and Honorable Geetika Sharma, who have spared their valuable time and come all the way from Delhi for this function in Dhoni. Thank you so much once again. Thank you all. Jai Hind, Jai Maharashtra.
Thank you, sir. It is said that feeling gratitude and not expressing it is like wrapping a gift and not giving it. May I request Honorable Sushil Shinde, Principal, Pravara Central Public School, to propose vote of thanks.
Good afternoon, everyone. Well, every achievement brings satisfaction, and that satisfaction comes with gratitude. I'm here standing in front of you to express gratitude. It's really very proud to have our chief guest, Mr. Manishkumar sir, Chief Executive Officer of NABET, Quality Council of India, New Delhi. Sir, we are thankful to you. I also would like to be thankful to our guests of honor, Ms. Madhu Ahaluwalia and Ms. Geetika Sharma ji, for their graceful presence for the occasion. I would like to take this moment as an opportunity to express my gratitude towards our Honorable Chairman Namdar Sri Radhakrishna Vikhe Patil for his impeccable support and in all our educational ventures of Pravara Rural Education Society at Pravara. I would also like to express gratitude towards Dr. Sujay Dada Vikhe Patil, Chairman of Padma Shri Dr. Vithalrao Vikhe Patil Cooperative Sugar Factory, Pravara. I thank Shri Abba Saheb Karde Patil sir, Vice President of Pravara Rural Education Society. I'm thankful to Dr. Sarjerao Nimase sir, Director General, Pravara Rural Education Society, for the entire support. I thank our Joint Secretary of Pravara Education Society, Mr. Bharat Bhogre sir. I'm thankful to Dr. Ashok Kolle sir, Chief Executive Officer, Pravara Rural Education Society, for precious guidance. Also, I would like to be thankful to Dr. Haribhav Ahir sir, Director of Technical and Non-Technical Education at Pravara Rural Education Society. I thank Mr. Retriker SR, Education Officer of Pravara Rural Education Society, Pravara. Also, I would like to be thankful to Commandant, all the directors, principals of all the schools, assistant headmasters, coordinators, accreditation coordinators of all the schools, 6 schools especially, and the members of school management committee as well. I thank all the parents, teachers, non-teaching staff, and supporting staff for their efforts in making this event successful. Last but not the least, we appreciate all the students for being with us here for the occasion. Thank you so much.
Thanks a lot, sir. As Mr. Manishkumar sir and our Director General Dr. Nimase sir said that I would like to admit my thought that a good event never ends in the world. They take only a pause and keep us awaiting for the next. So let's hope for the next best task. And now to conclude the function, I request all the dignitaries and audience in the stadium to stand up for the national anthem. जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल वंग विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंग तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मागी, गाहे तव जय गाथा। जनगण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता। जय हे जय हे जय हे, जय 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 हे। भारत माता की। थैंक यू।